Kids when they first come to class, if you don't want to make money, you don't need to be in my class. Okay? We're here to teach you a skill to get you employed, whether you go to college, whether you graduate from college, whatever you do. Okay? I do the welding program, so all my classes are geared to the dual credit senior level welding class. And it's a 2-period class with senior boys only. They get credit through the high school, also through Cisco Junior College. They get 2 classes, so they end up with 8 hours of college credit through my class. The first one being fundamentals of shielded metal arc welding, which is just basically stick. To pass that class, they have to pass the 1G bend test, which is a certification test by the AWS, American Welding Society. It's a pretty tough, rigorous test. And then the second semester, they do, these are just some pictures I took. They do they do the gas metal welding on that end. So it's a pretty cool program. I guess we're in year 8 or 9 of it now. These guys come in usually about the sophomore year level. Cody usually gets them at the freshman level. And they'll start taking different classes that gear them up to get to this point. They have to be able to not only weld in the flat position, which is fairly easy, but they have to be able to weld in the 2, the 3, and the overhead position, all with just stick welding, especially in the first level. The way we do it is we have a series of about 25 different lessons that we go through all year, or through the semesters, each semester. And each lesson has a different type and style of welding, whether it be structural code welding, which is in the D91 series of codes, or up into the G welding, which you can get into pipe welding with the grooves and the fillets and different things like that. So it's pretty rigorous. It's pretty tough to keep 11 senior boys busy for 2 periods a day. I mean, that's why I like having them in the morning. They're halfway asleep, so you can kind of get them going. But they work hard, and they really have bought into it, and they'll get out there and work, and it's pretty cool. Another thing that we did about I think this is year number 4, we went down, I had a meeting, Mr. Young took us down, we had a meeting with, I think it was the Economic Development Board. Anyways, they were asking, what can we do? What can we do to help the program and get y'all going? Can we buy equipment? Can we buy materials? What? And I said, guys, we don't need any materials or equipment. School's always done great buying that. What we need is money. These kids have the opportunity to get dual credit hours right here in Coleman, and they ain't got no money. It's $272 a semester per kid. And so Sarah Bill at the time stepped up and said, why not use the Bob Hefner scholarship? I don't know if everybody kind of knows Bob Hefner. You know, he's got a vocational scholarship that the foundation runs, and every year they come in and they sponsored our kids and paid their tuition. So like this year we got $1,600 something for each semester to pay for these kids' tuition. So I think that's pretty awesome. I mean, so they end up coming out with 8 hours of credit for free. So they can go, if they choose to. I've never had one do it this fast. If they straight into summer, they can be out by Christmas with their full degree or certificate welding and be ready to go. The fastest I've had a kid do it was last year, Gino Marks. He came out and went to UTI in Houston, and now he's probably making as much money as I am, and at 19 years old. So it's a pretty cool program. We've had a lot of success. I've had kids like, I think half of Bolton's welders came through my program. You know, and these guys. Brody, yeah. He runs his own company now. He was one of my first class that came out. So it's pretty cool. You know, it's you know, it's kind of at it where it's established, and we've been doing great. We enjoy it. This is a little trailer we're building this year. Some of these kids, when they get like Trotter and some of these guys that are pretty good, we've got to keep them busy. So when they get ahead of everybody else, we'll break them off. We'll work on this little trailer right now. It's cold. We're built on some of our other classes. We do smaller projects to teach more fabrication. Okay, welding's one thing, but anybody can burn bead, and anybody can teach that. Teaching to fabricate, put something together, measure stuff, get things squared. In some of my lower classes, we're building those washer boards, cornhole boards. Something we can play with and work with. It's pretty cool. son and boys finishing, so that's it for me.